Is the frequency in use? It's Simplex. Very good. If we have an emergency, call 911. That's an order. You can call us for further help if you can't get help there, but I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to. That may be broken at any strength and reports on my radio on 4PEW. That's K4PEW. Some information on Simplex and what we do, 146-415. Or you can do, let's see, on groups.io, groups.India Oscar. You can find you can see some information as well as signing up for our emails, which there's reminders, etc. Technical stuff usually. Which is on which is the groups.io. Look it up under MJSS. Lost my train of thought there. It's at 8 p.m. Tonight we're doing a net on 2 meters, and later after that we're going to do the net on 10 meters on 28.415. Purpose who you can hear. Try to make your shack better. Try to make your rig better, and try to operate better. Most people who are interested in the net do naturally if they're interested in the hobby. If they're not interested in the hobby, I don't expect them to do anything. Somebody likes trains better than they like radio. Announcements for tonight, Thursday night, which is tomorrow. Well, tonight's we've got the 2 meter. Also tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. There's a Simplex Net in 146.430, 146.430. That's at 7:30, and following that, there's an 8 p.m. net from the Wilson Club's information net on 147.105. And then, of course, this coming Saturday, we've got another ham in the park. I don't know what you call it. It's Charlie Daniels Park at 8 a.m. Coffee, donuts, and just a little bit of fun. There's enough room in the number 5 social distancing. If you can wear a mask, everything that's a personal decision on your part. But I guess I prefer it if you have any difficulty within 6 feet or farther than 6 feet. But anyway, 8 a.m. Be there or be not there. Anyway, we have coffee, we'll have donuts, and have a good time. We usually do. It's a lot of fun. People things show up last 2 weeks ago, but this coming Saturday, 8 a.m. And you're even allowed to be late, and you're allowed to miss. You know the rules. There aren't any. Anybody else have any other announcements or need corrections on what I just talked about? Anybody? Yeah, we got a few people on here. We got to what that now just says it quit. Not quit. Quit the warning. Well, this is net number 607, and we're starting from the west. No one else has any other comments or about what the announcements were? Kind of did some math. By the time we do this September, we'll have about 622 nets, which is I can't believe we hit over 600, quite honestly. But then they're from west of Mount Juliet. Please come in.
Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Just a little closer to the mic.
You got awesome audio today.
Thank you. I don't know, must be conditions.
No, it's excellent. You're really doing very well. In Ashland City, Kilo November 4, Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Great signal, great audio. It's a lot higher than it normally is.
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor.
India Lima Victor. By the way, name, rank, and serial number, but it's actually your call, your name, and
8460 Chris and Donaldson.
Chris and Donaldson, the indoor man. Got a nice radio and a nice indoor antenna. It's Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-ray. Do what you got to do to get on the air, and Chris is done a fine job. Who else is west?
Kilo Delta. Whiskey 4.
Hold on, you covered up a Kilo Delta, and I don't know who the rest of it was. It got covered up.
Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor.
Charlie Victor. Echo, correct. I did get covered up again by somebody else.
Yeah, K84CVE.
And you're in Antioch, aren't you?
That's correct.
Yeah, I got to cheat because again, I don't always remember everything about when somebody comes on. That's why I almost have to have many KG4CXE. And use CVE with the first name again, please. I'm sorry.
This is Greg.
I just went over that earlier tonight. We got to work on that the memory thing, but I think I forgot to do it. Appreciate you being there from Antioch, and appreciate your forgiving me for forgetting your first name. It's Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo, Bellevue, Whiskey 4, Alpha Whiskey Echo. You running extra power tonight there, John?
A little bit of
getting out, but kind of covers up other people. And the you're not using the beam, you're using the 2 meter X500 or X700.
If the model got that little tripod mounted vertical M squared Yagi.
Ah, okay. You pointed kind of east, huh?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Richard, what's up?
I'm hearing John like I'm in the room with him almost. So it's it's basically just aiming right into the trees.
Well, Richard's copying you over in Lebanon. He just that'd be kind of northeast, or I'm not sure if it's west. He'd be that way direction from you over there in Lebanon.
Yeah, for me, northeast, which is about the way I've got it pointed. It should do a whole lot better when I found everything up on the crest of the roof on that rotor.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing fine. I mean, like I said, Richard said, well, very good. That was John in Bellevue with a beam pointed kind of northeast. Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey. Hear him? That's why he's got a beam and he's got about 150 watts and pointed kind of northeast from Bellevue, which is southwest of Nashville. Hey, Michael, were you copying Rick okay over your brother?
I did.
And he's not doing. He says he got closer to the mic. I don't think that's a decent answer. Go ahead, comment.
I'm looking up, Paul. You're sounding really good too. Here lately, I've been able to barely hear you. Really good. Everybody's coming in pretty clear tonight.
Yeah, it's close to the mic night.
That's right.
Good. No, you sound great. Really, it's. I think this is the best I've heard you. Anyway, Michael, appreciate you checking in. Michael's in Bellshire. That's on Sunday night at 7:30. I forgot to mention that as a advertisement for the next net, which is Sunday night, 7:30 on 10 meters, which is 28.415. And of course, if you're on the mailing list, anyway, that was Mike for Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else? All righty, just a clicker. All right, anybody else south? South of Mount Juliet. All right, I had 2 in there, but I did get Mark, Whiskey 0 Romeo, and he's in southeast Nashville. It is southeast, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. We normally call that, since everybody else has a name for their location in Davidson County.
I'm just going to start going with Nashville. From Antioch.
Ah, okay, and just a little ways from Smyrna.
Oh yeah, just down the road.
English and the derivations of the Native American name, the foreigner, I'm sure.
Yeah, can you imagine learning this language?
We had where I grew up in the county next to us in Buffalo, because there was a lot of Native Americans also in that area, of all the tribes that moved through the New York, Ontario area, before we got here. And there was a name of a highway. It run kind of east-west, and it was part of the expressway. And I can't pronounce it for you, but you could look it up. I can't spell it for you. The expressway. I don't know why they would go to that extreme, but they could have used a Polish name, would have been simple.
Yeah, they could have named it after you.
Yeah, only because I got a ticket on it. That's why. All right, well, very good, Mark. Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo in The general area of Nashville may be pointing a little bit southeast. Who else is south? Please come now.
Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor.
Yeah, we got some excellent signals tonight there. How are you copying people, Larry?
Some of them pretty good. Some of them I can't hear at all.
Okay, very good. I'm sure that's true. But anyway, conditions seem to be good. And that was Larry in Rockville, Kilo Echo 4 Sierra Yankee Victor. Again, Rockville. Who else is south?
Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. Bill Murfreesboro.
All right, Bill in the borough. I don't think I like that nickname myself if I lived there. It sounded like I was a groundhog or something. You ever call it the borough, Bill?
Oh, I don't think that's right because we live in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, that's the way I'd have it myself. Although growing up in a city called Niagara Falls, most people would say, where are you from? And you'd say the Falls, because everybody in the area knew where the Falls was. Anyway, Kilo Mike 4 November Yankee. He's in Murfreesboro. I learned today when I was looking it up that Murfreesboro, there's a Murfreesboro in Tennessee, there's a Murfreesboro in two other states. I think Georgia was one of them. There's another one, I forget which one now. Anyway, it's a fairly popular name. Who else is south? There's only one Mount Juliet. Is there anybody else south? Over to the east then, please come now.
Hello, India 4 Sierra India Bravo, Richard 11.
All right, and I'm checking in Daphne as well.
Absolutely.
All right, we had Kilo India 4 Sierra Oscar Romeo and Kilo India 4 Sierra India Bravo. Daphne's better half, Richard, or the lesser half, maybe Richard. Hope she's not listening. And they're both just a little bit west of Lebanon. Who else is east?
N4 LOC.
I'm for N November 4 what?
November 4 Lima Charlie.
Ah, Lima Charlie. Very good. That's that is, you know, I made a point of remembering that. That is, give me your first name again. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. That escaped me.
This is Logan, and I'm in Lebanon.
Logan, there you go. I was wanting to put another consonant or a vowel in there, and I was all wrong. Anyway, Logan, good to have you in. Are you on the HT still?
Yes, sir. 7-1.
All right, now you're getting in here up fine. There's a little bit, a little bit hash in there. How is my, your copy on my signal over there in Lebanon?
Oh, you're doing pretty good on my end.
Okay, very good. All right, Logan, appreciate you being in there. I'm sorry, I'm going to get that right one of these days. The name, and perhaps hopefully we can meet at one of the events and get to see you personally. Anyway, that's Logan. He's in Lebanon. That's November 4 Lima Charlie, and he's on an HT. So if you can't hear him, don't be too shocked. 7 watts on an HT, and I can hear him pretty good. Who else is east?
Kilo 4 Juliet Zulu India. John, Mount Juliet.
Hey John, good to have you in there. It's Kilo 4 Juliet Zulu India. He's here in Mount Juliet. Who else is east?
Kilo Oscar 4 Charlie Victor uniform. Stephen, between Lebanon and Mount Juliet.
All right, the between Stephen. Kilo Oscar 4 Charlie Victor uniform between Lebanon and Mount Juliet. Good to have you in there. Who else is east?
Near Watertown.
All right, hang on one second. I think there was a triple in there, but I heard Stan in there first. And Stan, good to have you in there. That's Kilo Mike 4 Hotel Quebec Echo. The Watertown station I heard, but I didn't get the call.
KE4TWR.
There might have been another one in there. Maybe that was you and it was just distorted due to the cover. But your signal was excellent also tonight there, Wes.
Hey, believe it or not, I heard Rick. I've never heard him on before.
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. His signal was killer coming over there from Ashland City. So obviously conditions are excellent. Anybody else east? Please come in.
KO4DTZ. KO4DTZ.
Ah, very good. I got Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu, and that's John, who is in, I think that's Nashville, isn't it, John?
Yeah. Inglewood. From what I could tell, from what everybody's telling me, that's where I'm at. But I'm over here off of Artie and McGavick.
Yeah, no, I got you. No, it's just confusing to me. I've had to look where Inglewood was, but I know where you are approximately. And that's Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu, and that's John, or you go by Johnny, do you not?
Either one's fine, yeah.
I just want to make sure. I've heard you referred both ways, and I just like to do what's preferable to you. Anyway, good signal, John. You got any plans to upgrade that homemade ground plane?
I'd like to think I do, but sometimes when I get stuff in the mail, I don't understand it. So if somebody's sending me something and it might be a opportunity, it might need to be worded different. Okay.
Right. Anyway, yeah, it'd be great, really. No, it'd just be great for you. I can hear you just fine, and I'm sure that many people, because you're kind of in the middle, they can hear you just fine as well. So I wouldn't expect you, but a nice antenna. Well, let me put it this way: could you hear Rick over in Ashland City tonight?
I'm just kind of scrolling down here. I thought you were on 415, but that's what I get for thinking. But anyway, if I change the coax to the big black coax instead of the 70 ohm, you reckon that might help me receive and get out better?
Is that what you're on, a 75 ohm coax?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. You need to be a 50 ohm.
Okay.
I mean, it's not again. It's obviously it's not. It's going to have an effect, and it's not killing you. To me, you've got a good. I wouldn't have known that there was a problem with that, but yeah, you need to just move with the regular 50 ohm coax. Anyway, that was John Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu in Inglewood, which is in Nashville over there, just west of Opryland, kind of. Who else is east? Hello, Tom. You doing well?
Doing okay here on this end. Installing the printer. Several special work for that. How's the company tonight? I think I've got a power problem.
Well, you got some kind of issue. This is as bad as I think I've heard you. It sounds like all the signals from Ashland City are moving east. It's like an easterly RF wind, and it's knocking you to the east because you got really. I can hear you, and I can make out what you're saying, but it's really noisy.
How about now? I'm showing 50 on the radio and 5 on the dial.
Yeah, no, that's much better. That's 100 times better.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm putting that much out. I think I've got a bad connection. Anyway, you made an improvement. All right, thank you. 73s to you and all around. KD4S, man.
Yeah, you were pushing about S5 or so, almost S5 into me, and it's good. But I mean, you've got a less than I know from what you've told me, it's a less than perfect antenna, but you're doing fine to me. All righty. Who else is east? That was Tom. Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. He's in Martha, which is over there, kind of near Lebanon. Who else is east? Nobody. Let's go to the north then. Anybody north?
Echo 4, Romeo Victor, Quebec.
I think we had a double in there, but I did get Brent. Brent, good to have you in there. I'm glad you haven't worked your fingers to the bone.
Yeah, no, back at work. Started last week. Just recovering today from a close encounter with Gigaparts. So I'm upgrading my HF capabilities. So that was kind of painful.
It's usually painful to the bank account, yeah.
Yeah, next time I'm going to get some scotch before I do it.
Yeah, anything special that you got?
I went ahead and bought one of those ICOM 7300s and all the fixings.
Ah, the 7300 is a very nice radio.
Yeah, I was really, it was like bending my arm because I was going to go with the Yaesu 450D, but then I said I just don't think I'd be happy.
Well, the 7300, that does include the 2 meter and 70 centimeter, does it not?
No, that's not an all band. It's HF and 6 meter.
Well, the Kenwood is strictly 160 through 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's similar to the 7300, except it lacks some of the other features, doesn't it?
Yeah, this has got a touch screen. It's got the waterfall. It's got a lot of extra bells and whistles in a small package.
Yeah, no, well, that was the issue with that 450. It's a relatively inexpensive radio, but it also lacks some of the bells and whistles people seem to like.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said this is one of my big time investments of ham radio. So I said get something I'm going to like for a while.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'll like that one. I hear good reports on it. Anyway, that was Kilo Echo 4 Romeo Victor Quebec Brent in northwest Wilson County. Who else is north?
K4 to the cave.
Hey, Steve, you sound good tonight as well. How are you copying people down this way?
I've heard several people tonight coming up this way.
Yeah, your signal is outrageously good tonight from Kentucky. I'm not sure what prompted all of this good, RF propagation on 2 meters, but it really is good.
Yeah, relishing the flowers while I can.
Oh, yeah, no, you're doing great. Yeah, you need to point that beam in all directions, see who else you can find out if it's this good tonight.
All right, give me another number. Y'all sounded good.
Very good. That was Steve. He runs that the 146.430 net just north of Bowling Green every Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30. And that also, the reminder goes out on the net as well about those events. So, but if you have a bit better if you worked them on a beam, but if you have a reasonably good elevation and a reasonably good vertical, I can copy him most of the time here from Mount Juliet on 50 watts, or he's on 50 watts, and I'm on 50 watts, but he's got a little beam pointed in this direction. Who else? Anybody else north?
WV0NOO, Mark, Northwest Wilson.
Hello, Mark. Are you able to copy Steve at all tonight when you just heard that?
Oh, yeah, Steve was full quieting, so was Rick, and John was the best I've ever heard him.
Well, 150 watts. It's kind of like cheating on this net.
No, it's not.
No, it's just, remember, we have no rules. We could be using 5 watts or 500. I don't care.
Yeah. That's not much. I've got like 65, and I think that's 150 is a little over 3 dB difference, so that's not a lot.
No, but you're full scale to me, so obviously you're doing a real good job where you are. And I forgot to ask, which antenna?
I've got a 5.
The elevation's pretty good, and usually I can hear you real well anyway. That's Mark. He's in Northwest Wilson as well. Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar. And good to hear from you, Mark. Who else is, where was I? North.
Alpha 4 Delta Echo. Daniel, Mount Juliet.
All right, Daniel. Good to have you in there from Mount Juliet. That's a Alpha 4 Delta Echo. Good signal, but heck, you're in Mount Juliet. Anybody else north?
KN4FAX, Otis, Hendersonville.
Hey, Otis. Hope you're doing good. I haven't heard from you recently.
Just not up and about too much at 8 o'clock. Good to hear y'all, though.
It was good to hear you. I'm glad you stayed up for the big event here on Thursday night. I have some, for Otis, I have fallen asleep and slept right through like 10 after 8. My wife says, "Don't you have a net tonight?" And I go, "Oh yeah, I better get over there."
Okay, I do it a lot of times, so have a good evening, everybody.
All right, Otis, good to have you in there. That's Otis, one of the youngsters on the net from the over 90 crowd. Hilo November 4, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray. He is in Hendersonville. Who else? And there's several people on here who he has mentored and known for many years in this area. Anybody else north or anywhere? Any late check-ins or anywhere, please come in. Anybody? Nothing. We rounded up that. We can, I don't really have anything. Is anybody having any good issues with, other than this net on propagation on 2 meters or 7, any of the VHF, UHF tonight? The reason I ask is I was looking around on the HF bands earlier today, and it was like, I didn't feel like wasting any more time looking at bands that had very little activity.
I guess you've already been south.
I was, but you're welcome to check in there, Carl.
KK4 UTS. You're still a genius, by the way.
Oh, I think that's a genius on a sliding scale.
I should have stayed in college, but if I told you guys a story, well, I'll tell you the story real quick. So I went to Ohio State University, and there was a well, I won't tell you about that part, but I made a lot of money doing something called alternative long distance services, and wow, what a great time.
Yeah, sounds like a great time. College can be a great time. It was so good for me, I failed out of it because I was having too good a time. I was better at billiards than I was at biology.
So you're a shark or a loan shark?
No, I wasn't doing that. I was just, no, I just love to play pool.
Are you any good at it?
I used to be, but that's a long time ago.
Do you have a pool table?
No, I don't. No, if I had a pool table, I probably wouldn't have a radio.
Yes, you only let us get one thing. And by the way, I'm going into the storm now, and it's about time for me to grow up. It's all good. KK4ETS on the side.
I got it. That was Carl. Kilo 4 Uniform Tango Sierra, and he is in Gladeville. In fact, I'm surprised I haven't heard from Eddie from Gladeville tonight. Any more check-ins? Any place, anywhere? Any place, anywhere. Please come now, and I'm going to move on.
I'm having fun on the HF amps with my flex.
Oh, have you gotten out? Which antenna are you using on the Flex radio there, Johnny?
Both of them.
Well, I don't know which both is. You got to tell me which ones are which.
I'm a wing ding sometimes. The HFHW and the Wild Bill vertical full wave.
Okay, very good. There was another station, but he's using an end-fed half wave and a vertical as well. Yeah, no, that I'm sure that Flex will make you very happy over the for the future. There was another station in it.
Yeah, Johnny's a little bit off frequency to the bottom there.
Are you on 415 146 415, Johnny?
Yeah, now he's further down. Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. We're not on 415, we're on 410.
No, you may be on 410, but I'm on 415. Yeah, everybody's on 415. That's the place to be. No, that was just really your off frequency, whatever you were doing there.
Okay, well, I got you picked up on 410, but I don't hear you on 415.
That would be because something's messed up about your VFO synchronization on there somehow. I wouldn't know how to do that on a Flex, but in the software, I don't know if there's adjustments or not. So I think I'd consult somebody about that. Really, 410 should not be representing 415.
Okay, I'll fix that someday.
All right, well, as long as you know how to find us, we're good. All right, to Johnny, we're 410, 410, like a shotgun. Anybody else have any issues with radios or antennas, or looking for how to improve their 2-meter stations or their on 6-meter or 10 meters? Because we've kind of driven some activities in the 6-meter, 10 meters due to the nets we have on both tonight on the 10 meters as well as on Saturday night with the 6 meters and 2-meter sideband, as well as Sunday nights on 10 meters again.
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody tell me how to fix this on the TYT 9800. I'm showing 410 and it should be on 415. How about that one?
I have no idea. So you're saying on the TYT it's also 410?
That's the only one I got you picked. TYT 9800.
Oh, that's the one you're on now. Is the 410 that they had? It wasn't the Flex, because that's strictly HF, is it not? Okay, now my mistake. So yeah, that TYT, I don't know what's going on there. Why it would show up as 410, better than 415. You can't hear anything on 415. Is that correct?
A little scuffly.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, you're hearing the edges of that. Well, I don't know. Anybody have any issues with that TYT? Do you remember the model on that? The TYT model there, Johnny?
9800.
Okay, the 9800. And being slightly off frequency by 5, a nice even 5 or so. Here's us on 410, but we're on 415.
W4AWE.
Hey, John, what's up?
100, because I think this is true of all TYTs. There should be a menu setting where on VHF FM you can select the frequency increments, and he may need to change it to 5 kilohertz from 10 kilohertz, which is forcing him not to be able to tune right in.
Yeah, I don't know if he is. Johnny, are you on the way those increments go in changing frequencies? Does it automatically just take you in 5 kilohertz increments? In other words, you can go from 400 to 405 to 410 to 415.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hear that, John?
it doesn't copy.
No, he says, yeah, it's doing that now. It automatically does it on five increments of 5.
But you're getting him on 410.
No, I'm not getting him on 410. He's hearing us on 410. I haven't changed a whit, and no one else has either.
You know, there may be a setting for delta offset.
Yeah, I don't know. That I wouldn't know. You have to look in the manual on that one, Johnny, if there's a delta offset on the, for a difference between, like a 5, maybe a 5 offset for some reason. I don't know why.
I haven't messed with it, so it should still be the same.
No, I agree. I don't have any idea. I've never heard anybody and that ever happening other than, when you have split on an HF radio, where you have listen on one and talk on another.
Yeah, copy that.
Anyway, yeah, I'd be happy to hear about the resolution on that, quite honestly, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Why you'd hear us on 410? No idea. Just right on the screen, put the 5 over there on the side of it. You'll be happy.
That's right.
Just when he gets a chance, look in his manual and look under RIT and see if he finds anything.
Oh, yeah, he said look in the manual under RIT. There'll be a section in there for RIT. That's adjustments to the frequency in small increments. All righty. Anybody else with issues that we need to talk about or get resolved or talk about later?
KM4YRF.
Hey, you just still need that set of $400 headphones?
Oh yeah. Anybody that's willing to get them, I'll sure use them. So I just wanted to tell you that since I got this new microphone, I could even hear Steve and Bowling Green.
You have to hold the microphone up to your ear?
Just slightly.
Yeah, you don't want to crowd the mic when you're listening. All righty, I got it. Yeah, the new mic does sound good, though.
Yeah.
Then you're going to have to upgrade next to one of the Heil mics, with the boom and everything, because then you'll be a real ham. Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
I heard somewhere somebody's got a birthday tomorrow. They're turning 70. I don't know if it's true or not. I just heard it.
Are you just asking for a friend?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. I think he still ain't getting those headphones on.
Well, now, that's another 400. Wow. Yeah. I guess I could use some $400 headphones.
Well, though those headphones, if you didn't hear the other conversation from last week or whenever it was, that the Bose sells the noise canceling headphones for, that you can, it also has the built-in, like I presume if you have a Bluetooth connection to the radio, you could use that for a headset, but it was a noise canceling headphones, and they were close to $400 for one pair, 2 ears, 1 pair of headphones, almost $400.
No, I didn't hear that conversation, but I sure could use those on this 10 meters.
Oh yeah, no, I'm telling you, it's they'd be sweet. I mean, but for $400, my gosh, you can buy HF rig for $400.
W4H, that price.
Hold on, I heard John in there first. John, go ahead. Hold on, John.
K3LR, the manager who's also the manager at DX Engineering, gave me a tip that just worked out incredibly. The Bose headphone that preceded the wireless model was a wired model called the QC15. It's no longer in production. Tim says it's so good, that's what they use at their contest station. I went on eBay, there are a bunch of them. I got one delivered for $60 and it is incredible. And you just plug it in.
And so you said that's the QR15s?
QC15. If you just go on eBay and do a search on Bose QC15, a lot of people are selling them, and Tim has done tests, and he just says they are much, much better than the Bluetooth, and he said buy them while you can.
Oh, wow. I don't know if everybody heard John, but they probably did. But apparently on eBay, Bose, a lot of people are selling the Bose wired noise canceling headphones for, how much did you say they were? The QC15 before I do that. It's Quebec Charlie 15 headphones. They're wired, not Bluetooth, wired. And they also included the microphone.
No, it doesn't include a mic, but you can really easily add a boom mic of any kind to it. I'm using a boom supported mic. I never had any reason to use noise canceling headphones because you just don't use those in recording studios or in film production. But I am so impressed by these, especially knowing they sold originally for about $250, that they're readily available on eBay for $50 to $70.
Oh boy, now there'll be a rush on those. It'll drive the prices up. We have a bunch of people looking at those. Anyway, Bose headphones, QC15, they're wired, no microphone, but they'd be good for any kind of radio work. Like you said, you wouldn't use a noise canceling headphone in recording studios. They don't need anything canceled. Anybody else?
I'm checking into that.
Hey, it sounds good to me. I'll have to outbid you, $61.
Oh, I'm so impressed with these things. I can put them on, plug them in to the ICOM HF radio, and clap my hands as loud as possible, and I cannot hear myself clapping.
Wow. So this is really this is an XYL tune-out headset.
Yeah, it's potentially dangerous. You're not going to hear the house burning down or the sirens or anything.
The Heil Pro sets are similar to that. They have such a good over-the-ear pieces. I can't hear very much. Let's put it that way.
The beauty of these is they're very lightweight and they don't put a lot of pressure on your ears.
Well, the Heil is not that way. It's just the opposite. They're like you get lead weights on your head.
Yeah, it's like the Dave Clark ones I use when I fly a helicopter. They just mash your head.
Right, exactly. All right, very good. Any other comments or input on headsets or radios or thinking about upgrading on their 10-meter other nets? Great successes on 6 meters or 10 meters. I heard Chris, you were talking about you made a contact on 10 meters on that new home-built loop antenna you built.
Yeah, I made 2 that evening actually, and it seemed to be lighting up. I talked to Maryland, and I talked to got his call over here somewhere, WG3C in Maryland, and then I found another guy on maybe the same frequency. No, I actually was chasing around, and he was out of Virginia. So yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, very good. What time of day was that on 10 meters?
That was about 8 o'clock. I was on pretty much a binge of antenna building, soldering, assembling, putting it on the radio, and seeing what happens. And then bam, I found it. I don't think I ate dinner till 9, so it kind of took over.
That was at 8 p.m. or was that at 8 a.m.?
No, 8 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Just want to make sure. Yep. So you just gotta, it's like fishing. You gotta keep your antenna in the air and active for you to make any QSOs. In fact, I had a QSO card come in this past week or so, 10 days, and it said it was on JT65, and I said, this guy's got the wrong party. He got the wrong. I just got the card. It's from 5 years ago.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
That guy that was just talking about doing stuff on 10 meters, was that the square loop antenna you were talking about, building 5x5x5?
Yeah,
that's it. But it's still I'm still going through some troubleshooting on it. It is doing some performance on 10, but I can't get it to perform on 6 yet.
Okay, copy that.
Yeah, very good. Lots of ways to get out. End fed, half waves, loops, quad loops, delta loops. There's only about a million. Yeah, that's what's great about antennas. There's more opinions about antennas than there are antennas.
84 CVE.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a 10-meter contact with a guy in Oxford, England, a couple of weeks back from my discone antenna. Now, granted, this was through a repeater in New York, but it was pretty interesting.
So and that was on 10 meters? It was a 10-meter repeater in New York?
That's right. H2QH, I think, is the identifier.
Very interesting. I didn't know that a 10 meter. Yes. Is that not an FM repeater?
Yeah, there's been a number of FM repeaters from that area that have been pretty strong to the kind of Tennessee Valley area.
Yeah, now you were, yeah, I have worked, I don't know if it's that repeater, some years ago when I was in Florida, which would make it probably at least 10 years ago, maybe. I worked a 10 meter repeater FM in Florida from my home, but just worked local people up there, but I never worked anything farther than that. But again, working at Simplex, so to speak, from Florida, it's, I don't know, 1,400 miles maybe, which is quite a stretch, but the conditions had to be there as well.
Yeah, the conditions have been good, and what I heard it's supposed to be improving, so I don't know.
All right, very good, Greg. Yeah. Engine are you using?
Well, that's at a discount. I'm currently, I just got a Yaesu FT991A. That's what I'm on right now, but not. I haven't got my antenna up yet. I'm going to put up a pretty good dipole.
Oh, that discount is what you have now on the 2 meters, you're saying?
Yeah, sometimes recently the last time I checked in was on a discount. I do have a Diamond X2 dual band that's a little better.
Yeah, no, you're doing fine to me. Which discount did you get?
I guess it's a Tram.
Okay, very good. Yeah, the Tram and the MFJ both have a very good price on their antennas. And I went crazy and I bought the Diamond, which is their discount is, I don't know if it's worth that much more, but it's $159, whereas both the Tram and the MFJs are, I think, less than $75.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I've been happy. Like I do more listening than talking. But it does what I need. But I am going to put something better up.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing fine for now. Yeah, it's getting something better up is always more fun. At least you know that those discounts receive so well. You know they're great, but they don't get out very good.
Yeah, I was unable to check in on the 6 meter net the other night, but I'll be correcting that.
Now that's the one you have from Trend that has that 6 meter vertical on the top of it.
That's right.
I think not that it should make a huge difference between you and me, but double check on the Tram specs on that because I think that's supposed to be 6 meter FM only.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I mean, you're not trying to run 500 watts through it, so I don't think it'll matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good. I just that's something I would do, but there's things do as I say, not as I do. I guess is the right answer to that. All right, very good. Anybody have any fun with antennas? Building, destroying, fixing? Like we're missing a couple of people. Hey, Wes, are you still out there? Nah, he must have stepped away. I wanted to ask him a question about some wire antennas he was using that were cut for specific frequencies. Anyway, well, let me move on then. Does anybody have any other last words or late check-ins on the 2 meters net before we move over to the 10 meter?
KG4SF Smyrna. Apparently the car battery in my bedroom is no longer, so it's trash. So I hooked up this 25-watt mobile in the truck. How's it doing?
Oh, you're doing pretty good. Which antenna are you using on the truck there, Charles?
Tram dual band.
Okay, is it the dual band? That's the mag mount you have?
Yeah, so.
No, it's doing fine. It's probably not getting everywhere, and you're in, where are you now? I mean, where's the car parked?
Smyrna.
Okay, no, you're doing fine to me. I just don't know how well you're doing to other parties around, but are you able to, have you been on long to listen to see who you can hear?
No, I just got it turned on here.
All right. No, well, you're doing fine to me. Good audio, and the signal is, give me one more chance to look at it. It looked fine, but it wasn't fantastic. It was, I want to say it was about S4, S5.
KG4SF, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wonder if Mike can hear me. Is he out there tonight?
I can't.
You can or can't?
No, I can hear him fine. He has no signal strength on the meter, but I can hear him.
Yeah, well, he's like S6 to me, so yeah, it's easier for me from Smyrna for sure. For certain, he's got a much more like from Smyrna. He's talking through Nashville to get to you.
I hear that.
I can hear you, Mike, but there's a little bit of white noise.
Yeah, you guys should be able to hear fine. He can hear you also in there. All right, very good. Anybody else? Good to have you in there, Charles. That was Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Foxtrot in Smyrna in his mobile. Anybody else got any movement? Before we move on to 10 meters, please come in.
KB9RKK.
Hey, the bars just closed there, Frank.
Yeah, I was trying to win an award to be last.
Well, you made it. Oh, good. I'm glad you made it. You're doing fine. You're number 27 for us tonight. You ready for the 10 meter net?
Yes, sir. I was going to say that gentleman from Smyrna, he's giving me S7. There's a little bit of hiss, but I mean, I hear him no problem.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't a big deal. I mean, he's in mobile with a mag mount. I think you heard him say that.
Yeah, a tram dual band. Yeah, no, it's, from Smyrna, I'm hearing them quite well. So some people like in Laverne or Murfreesboro, there must be something kind of south of here that's kind of in my way a little bit. I can hear them, but they're not the greatest. It's weird. Not complaining, compared to my J-Pole, this outside is 1,000 times better. But yeah, it's just amazing. The terrain, I mean, it's, to be expected, but that's the problem when you're in a bumpy area like this.
Oh yeah, what could be worse? And I'm glad, I had somebody who was traveling through the area who, I don't remember how I ended up talking to him. I'm pretty sure it was on this frequency. And I said, well, he goes, it was nice to meet somebody on, Simplex. And I said, yeah. And I think somebody had told him about this frequency. So I said, you ought to do a Simplex frequency. He was from North Georgia. And he goes, no, we got too many hills and mountains. I go, it ain't stopping us.
Yep. Just gotta move, move to higher ground. Because height, makes might. I mean, it's just amazing just seeing the difference between people in valleys and people with the height. You got very fortunate where you're at, and I feel fortunate myself. I must be in a pretty good location, so no complaints there.
No, it does. It's location and height. And ultimately it's the elevation of where you're sitting plus whatever elevation you can give the antenna. I mean, I feel bad for people that are, at 430 feet and I'm at 86 or whatever it is. So yeah, I think hams ought to have, okay, you go to the realtor and said, I don't care what I buy as long as it's at 600 feet or higher.
Oh, man.
Hey, go ahead, Richard.
I thought that was a good elevation until I realized you pointed out the terrain between me and Rutherford County. Now I'm not so good.
No, it's amazing. Sometimes it's amazing even that your signal gets to the location when you look at the terrain issues.
Right, and then you're talking about distance and terrain between me and John, but I heard him tonight like he was sitting in the room.
Yeah, well, again, you think you heard he was on 150 watts with a beam pointed our direction.
Yeah, and I looked at it the other day. For him to point to you or at you, he's pointing almost right directly at me because I'm from him. We're almost in a straight line with one another.
Right, yeah. Yeah, well, I actually, where I am, because of the ridge here, I boost the signals to you.
Well, thank you.
I got an amplifier antenna. No. All right, any other late check-ins? Because you need to move on. All righty, we had 27 check-ins. Not a record, but whoever shows up is good with me. And again, that was net number 607. And we're moving over. We could be starting from the west, and we'll be on 28.415. 28.415. Upper sideband, we'll catch you then. K4 PEW.
Well, I thought it was too.
This is K4 PEW. Is frequency in use?
Good evening. This is KO4DTG.
All right. Well, very good. We'll stand by and we'll start taking check-ins. This is K4 PEW with the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. And this is on 10 meters, 28.415, starting from the west. And I got you already in there, John. KO4DTZ. We'll put you in there now. That's John. And who else is west? All right, I got a couple of them in there, but I heard Chris, Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else was west? All right, I got you in there, Rick. You're not as strong as on 2 meters, but I do have you in there. It's Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. Prior to that was Chris in Donaldson, Kilo Golf 4, Charlie X-Ray Echo. Who else, West?
KM4 YRS, Mike in Belshire.
I'm telling you, that microphone probably lets you hear a lot of things better. You sound good to me with that microphone.
Thankful.
Very good. As Michael in Belshire, Kilo Mike 4, Yankee Romeo Foxtrot. Who else, West? I have a very weak station to me. Again, with I probably need headphones, but I can't do that right now. Who else? Did you hear that, Michael?
I didn't get it all. It's KD4 something. CVE, Charlie Victor Echo.
Ah, very good. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. So I did catch that. It was interesting. I heard the KD4, but I didn't copy the Charlie Victor Echo. Good to have you in there. Who else is West?
Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor, Jack and Donaldson.
Your signal's pounding in here tonight, Jack. Sounds very good. Who else is West? And that was, by the way, that was Jack in Donaldson. And prior to that, it was, who was that? CVE. I'll get that right in a second again. Greg in Antioch. That's what that is. Greg in Antioch. And Jack in Donaldson. Kilo Golf 4, India Lima Victor. Who else is West? Anybody else west and north, south, please?
Whiskey Zero Golf
All right, I had a double or triple in there, but that was Whiskey Zero Golf Zulu Romeo, and that was Mark. Who else? And that's Nashville. Who else is west? I mean south.
John Selby was in there.
Okay, Whiskey 4. I did hear him in there, but it was I wanted. All right, I got John in there. Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey. I don't know how we missed it. Nor John, are you not running a lot of power tonight? Is he hearing me or answering me?
John, can you hear Paul?
He's sort of down in the noise. To me tonight, just seems to be a lot of QRM.
No, you're doing fine to me. I hear you fine there, John. All right, very good. That was John in Bellevue. Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. Anybody else south or west?
W0GZR.
I did get you in there, didn't I? Whiskey 0 GZR. I guess you didn't hear me. I'm sorry.
No, it's probably not fault. I may have hit the tuning knob. I know that's never happened before.
No, I've never done that ever. Not ever. Very good. That was, to repeat, that was Mark in Nashville. Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo. Who else is west or south? Anybody else west or south? Over to the east then. Nobody east. Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the 10-meter net. I'm looking for east of Mount Juliet. Got nothing. Over to the north then.
KB9RKK.
Ah, very good. Got you in there solid there, Frank. Who else is, anybody else north?
WD0NOL.
Sounds good. Good to have you in there again on 10 meters there. I'll think of it in a second. Mark. Now we got two Marks in there, confusing me. Anyway, that's Mark, the Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar in Northwest Wilson. Who else north? Anybody else? All righty, I'll do the quick rundown here. We had Whiskey Bravo 0 November Oscar Mark in Northwest Wilson. Frank, Kilo Bravo 9 Romeo Kilo. He is also in Northwest Wilson. John, Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo in Bellevue, southwest of Nashville. Mark, Whiskey 0 Golf Zulu Romeo in Nashville, actually southeast Nashville. We got Jack, Kilo Golf 4 India Lima Victor. He is in Donaldson, that's where he is. And Greg, Kilo Delta 4 Charlie Victor Echo, and he's in Antioch. We have Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo Foxtrot, Michael in Belshire. Rick, Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot. He is in Ashland City. Good 2 meters, weak 10 meters. I know you're working on that as well. And we had Kilo Golf 4 Charlie X-Ray Echo, Chris in Donaldson, which reminds me, I want to ask you, Chris, later. And then we had Johnny, Kilo Oscar 4 Delta Tango Zulu, and he is in Inglewood, and K4PEW Paul here in Mount Juliet. Yours truly, and I think that was 11 check-ins, and appreciate everybody being there. And we'll move over to 2 meters if you don't mind. Closing this net. This is K4PEW. All right. Good night, everybody. We're just closing down, getting me off of the YouTube. I was messing that up something fierce earlier tonight.